Today's topic, for some reason, is highly controversial. This might not be for everyone. If you're not into it, you can watch one of the other episodes. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, which is why I want to talk about it. And it is The Secret. The Secret I find to be very valuable. The book's not valuable. Don't buy the book. Watch it on Netflix. Or if you don't have time to do all this, I'm going to highlight my key takeaways. I'm just going to give you the scoop on what you need to know in my opinion, because I personally got a lot of value out of this. So here we go. I'm going to cover what is The Secret, the key points that I took away, which are, I'll go into detail. There's only 4. And I have to look at my notes today because I don't memorize this topic, but I'm very excited about this topic, but I do have to check out my notes down here. And then I will also share my favorite quotes from the book. What is the secret? The secret is the law of attraction. The law of attraction says everything that is coming into your life, you are attracting into your life. Whatever is going on in your mind, you're attracted to, and it will be attracted to you. I appreciate this because it holds us responsible and accountable for our choices. You don't get to play the victim here, which I find very freeing. I appreciate that. And I have found this to be very true in my life. I am a very optimistic person, and I've noticed the things that I am most passionate and optimistic about happen for me, for sure. So I believe that this works. So the first key point is that like attracts like. Think of yourself as a magnet. You want to make it clear in your mind what you want. So this episode is going to be kind of what the secret is. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because this will be too long, about what you can actually do. Like, how do you practically apply this to your life? So right now we're just going to focus on the what, but make it clear what you want. Understand everything that's coming into your life, you are attracting, and it's coming through what you're thinking. Think about that. What we think about and believe we tend to do, completely true for myself, and you become what you think about most, and you attract what you think about the most. And whatever you're thinking and feeling today is creating your future. I find those were the main key points about basically the what of the law of attraction, which is like attracts like. Okay, the next key point is pay attention to your feelings as your guide. This is my favorite one. I love this one. Life should be delightful. I'm going to repeat that. Most of the time, right? It's not always going to be great roses, but in general, life should be delightful. Experience true joy. Like, allow yourself to experience joy. Every single step of your process in life should be pleasure. It should be pleasurable. Your job should be pleasurable. Your husband should be pleasurable. And your kids, I give the kids 50-50 because they're not adults yet. Okay? They're not adults yet. We're going to teach them. We're going to teach them how to be lovely and pleasurable and bring joy to others. They're at the stage where they're very hedonistic, which we all are, and we should be hedonistic. They're following their joy, let's be clear. They just haven't figured out the empathetic side of things. So kids get a little bit of a pass. But really, if you follow your joy, it will take you to the right place. I'm going to share a quick story where it just is so enlightening. It really, really helped me, and I think this could really help you. So I have an excellent job, great company. I have a corporate job. I feel valued, and I just really enjoy it. Another company came to me with a really wild offer, and it was really interesting, and probably, if you look on paper, it's probably a good thing. However, it was filled with so much anxiety. when I was speaking to them, I was so nervous, and it just brought immediate displeasure. It was like rocking my boat. I have a really happy boat right now, and it was really the entire experience was really unpleasant. And the people were fantastic. It was not the people. The company was great. All the people I spoke to were amazing and inspiring, but I just had this really uncomfortable discomfort, not fun experience. And so I listened. Luckily, I had read The Secret, and I knew, you know what, this is telling me something. I need to pay attention to my feelings as my guide. And I decided to drop out of that process, and immediately I felt total relief. And I was like, great, I'm much happier just continuing to do what I'm doing. Now, an interesting role has come up at my current company, and I may or may not get it. I'm in a no-lose situation. I can keep my great job, or I can try this new job. It's a total great situation, and I'm excited. I am energized. I am not stressed out about it. This is telling me that I'm going in the right direction. You need to listen to your gut. Don't do the pro-con thing. I do this all the time. I will write out, I'm very thoughtful and logical and data, and I will write out the pros, and I will write out the cons, and then I do this math, problem to see which decision, has more net yes. Don't do that. You can. I don't mind. It's not terrible to write out, get all your thoughts straight, but pay attention to your gut feeling, because your gut knows. You know the right decision for you, and it's difficult when on paper it's going to tell you to go this way, but your gut is telling you something else. Follow your gut, follow the joy. Anything that makes you feel good will attract more of the same. So you deserve happiness, follow that feeling. Next point, key point. This is a key point. Don't think about what you don't want. So many people do this. A lot of times they're thinking what they don't want. So one of the examples in the show is in The Secret DVD, or you can watch it on Netflix, is they focus on, I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late. Now, when you say, even just saying it right now, I don't want to be late, I suddenly get tense. I'm anxious. I'm worried. It's like a whole negative experience. Now, if I say I will be early, I feel confident, calm, I feel together, totally got this. I'm going to be early. No brainer, no problem. It will happen. And you're more likely to actually leave early, because that is the outcome that you want. Focus on the outcome that you want, not the thing that you don't want. This is a key point. If you focus on negativity, you're going to get more negativity. And also, you don't need to dwell on the past. That might be a really hard one. Therapy is really interesting, because they want you, again, I studied this, they want you to go deep on all your problems and childhood and the past and all these things. And I don't know. I'm not sure if that's working, because everybody keeps coming back every week for therapy. Like, I'm not sure. Now, executive coaching. I recently went through an executive coaching program that I highly recommend. It was through the Neuro Leadership Institute, and it is brain-based coaching. They use the science of the brain. And I was shocked when I heard this, but it was before I had read The Secret. And in that training, they were telling us coaches, do not dwell on the problem. You don't even need to know the problem. They even told us you don't even need to know the problem, because that person is well aware of their problem. Don't spin in this problem circle. And it was so different. I went through another coaches training through Coactive. It's called Coactive Coaching. And this was a training program that I had done earlier in my career. And they wanted you to be really clear on the problem. They wanted you to really understand the problem and be clear on what you're trying to solve. And I've noticed when I use both frameworks, I actually prefer the Neuro Leadership Institute, because I think they know this stuff. this stuff is true. You don't really need to dwell on the problem. The person knows what the problem is. Focus on the outcome. Coach to the outcome. If you're in a leadership position and you have to coach your employees or fellow colleagues, outcome. The two questions you need to ask is, what is the outcome that we want? And then the second question is, so that what? Like, why do we want this outcome? So that whatever. Be so clear on those outcomes. And what you resist persists. Don't resist stuff. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Elsa was onto something. She's a smart gal. The science. Okay, this is a key point. The science of the law of attraction. So they mentioned quantum physics. I'm not so sure about the science. That's not my area of expertise. However, placebo effect? Who cares? Often the placebo works better than the actual medical treatment. So why do we care? And there's no side effects and it's free. Sign me up for the placebo, please. Now, when I was in college, I was a psychology major and we did all types of experiments. It was a blast. The placebo always worked more than the treatment or equal to the treatment. And it was a much better outcome for everyone because there were no side effects. Placebo people, it's totally real. I saw it in all of the experiments that I did. And the human mind, this has been proven by science. The human mind is really important in healing. That's kind of the science behind the placebo effect. And then one sciencey thing that is mentioned is the law of thermodynamics. Energy can't be created or destroyed. I understand that, so that does support this. But again, the science is a little out there, so go for the placebo. These are my favorite quotes. Thoughts become things. The law of attraction is always working, whether you believe it or not. Little controversial, but I liked it. Dr. Martin Luther King has a quote in there, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. I love that. I love it. Just do it, give it a go, and believe. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. And this one was not in The Secret, but I've heard this. Everyone's heard this. But your perception is your reality. I think that could serve you well. And energy flows where attention goes. That's a good one. So big picture, again, The Secret, it's really, really brought a lot of inspiration into my life. I believe it works. I don't recommend the book. Don't buy the book. Watch either the DVD, I'll link it below, or you can watch on Netflix. I hope you enjoyed this. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have a great day.